Did you know that you could create beautiful stained glass effect with just dyes and glitter? Let's dive into today's creative project, shall we? Let's get started. For today's project, we're going to be using the Christmas Morn Nativity etched dies and the Peace Dove etched dies from Spellbinders. I've already cut out the pieces from twice from black cardstock, just some I had in my scrap bin. And I'm going to add liquid glue behind both of the stained glass pieces. And then I've also cut a second one from white cardstock. That's a heavier cardstock. This is just, I'm thinking it's from scrapbook.com, but I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it's from. I'm not sure which pack. I just grabbed it out of the scrap bin. This is a great project to use with your scraps. We are going to get into the technique of this in just a minute, but we've got to put our pieces together first. So I've cut a piece of vellum using the large arched window die from that set. And I flipped this over to add liquid glue along the back so that I could attach this vellum piece that's going to end up creating our stained glass part over in just a second. I'm just using my precision glue press, adding that liquid glue right there. And I'm going to put this arched piece that is actually a little bit bigger than the window. I just press that in. I'm going to set a block on top of it and let that dry. And these are the other pieces that I'm going to be using. I have a piece of shimmer cardstock. I have embossed a piece of white cardstock from my card front with the poinsettia die embossing folder. I'm going to take and trim off the excess of the window sheet using just some scissors. I'm going around the edge, just trimming that off. I want it nice and close. It doesn't have to be on there. I just needed that vellum or that window sheet on there to do the technique. Normally, I would use packing tape for this, but I could not find my packing tape. That's the easiest way to do it, and I don't know what I've done with it. All right, now that the liquid glue has dried on that window sheet, I'm taking some very thin score tape, and I'm going to go around the edge of the entire outline. This is my solution to not being able to find the packing tape, because the packing tape makes it so much easier. All you have to do with the packing tape is just layer the sticky side down and sandwich in between. So I had to come up with a different solution since I could not find the packing tape, as I mentioned a little bit ago. So this was my solution to that. And this is stuff that you probably already have. I think this is 1/8 inch score tape from Scrapbook Pal. I will have all the links listed below and over on my blog. So I'm just taking a bone folder and pressing that into place. And then I'm going to add a little extra because I am going to layer this onto my other part of the window frame. I kept this very tone on tone for the finished card. You'll see if you saw the thumbnail. So we're just going to add all of that around there. And this actually is going to let me be able to attach it to the card much easier, because y'all know I hate glitter, but this technique looks very super pretty with the glitter. So I had to pull that glitter out of the stash to use it for this. That's the only reason I keep it, is for something if I decide I want to do something like this. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue adding some score tape on the little pieces where it's hid. And then I will take and press that into place. And then I'm going to take some tape runner and I'm going to fill the entire thing up with tape runner. This is where the packing tape comes in handy. It makes it so much easier. But this is the last Christmas card for the holiday card series this year. I am considering doing one every month. That way I can get a jump start on your Christmas cards. If that's something y'all are interested in, let me know in the comments below. But I will totally try and do that this year. I'm going to separate all my Christmas products out and put it separately. All right, so I've got the tape in. Back to the card for a second. We've got the tape all on. I'm just taking my glitter and sprinkling it on. And this is just from various companies. I don't even have a clue what company the glitter came from. It's just stuff I had or received. And so I put them all in little salt shakers from the dollar store. And that works great for me for storing them, because I can just sprinkle it on and then throw the rest of it away. So I just picked some colors that I wanted my stained glass to be. And then I'm going to take and flip the paper over and press it into place. I'm pushing it, all that glitter into the excess areas. So and then I can shake off the excess and tap it off. There's the front. It's a little quick little peek of that. You can also press it in just like I just did, and then knock off the excess, and then we're going to go ahead and build up our card. So I've got my card front, and this is with the Poinsettia 3D embossing folder. I don't know the exact name of it off the top of my head. I actually had this panel already embossed, so I was like, oh, that's perfect. So I've got that onto my A2 card base. I'm going to go ahead and peel off these backings after I make sure they're nice and pressed and get some of that extra glitter off of it, of the release paper. I will pick all those little strips off using my craft pick tool from Tim Holtz. So we're just going to pick those off, and then we will be able to start assembling our card. And while I'm picking those off, I hope that y'all are having a fabulous Christmas Eve and happy holidays in case we don't get to talk after this. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of liquid glue on that adhesive. But anyway, yes, I want you to have a happy and wonderful holiday season. I know this is a busy time with family. Back to the card for a second. We're going to go ahead and stack the white die cut back on there. That way it sandwiches everything in, and I can trim off any excess that I didn't get lined up perfectly. But I hope y'all stay safe and have a fabulous holiday with your family and friends. And whatever you do for the holidays, I hope you just stay safe, y'all. So we're going to go ahead and add liquid glue behind our die cut pieces. And I'm just kind of using my pressure glue press to add that on there. Just add in, I love this glue press because you can just add those little bitty dots. Now we're going to add that onto that larger arch that actually creates the frame. So now all that glitter is sandwiched in between there, and I can add this glue behind that and add this to my card front. I have all that messy glitter contained in behind that panel, so I don't have to worry about it leaking out. And I'm just going to press that into place. I'm going to take my little star that I have cut from some foil cardstock, add liquid glue behind that, and I'm going to add that to the center of my stained glass window star that's in that. And then our sentiment came from the Peace Dove etched dies, and I just cut that from that same gold matte cardstock or brushed gold cardstock. I'm going to add liquid glue behind the letters with the glue press. Another thing this glue press is super good for is getting those detailed scripty fonts, adding liquid adhesive behind those to get them nice and on there. So I can take and press that onto the card front and make sure it's pressed. I'm going to add a little bit of weight to it. Oh, no, I'm not. I already did that. So we're going to make sure it's nice and safe. Yes, I do add weight. Here's another version of the card I did using that same piece of etched dies. Here's a closer look at the card, and I will see you guys in this video coming up right here.